Welcome back to the channel USA Coins 69. Today, we're zooming in on a truly fascinating piece of American coinage, the 2009 Lincoln penny. Now, you might be wondering why a penny from 2009, a relatively recent year, would spark so much interest among collectors and enthusiasts alike. Well, stick around because this coin isn't just any ordinary penny. There's a captivating story behind its design, its mint marks, and its rarity that makes it a hot topic in the numismatic community. By the time we're done, you'll understand why certain 2009 Lincoln pennies can be worth an eye-popping $77,000. Let's set the scene and explore why the year 2009 is special for the Lincoln penny series. 2009 marked the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent itself. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint launched a unique series of 4 different reverse designs, each highlighting a different stage in Lincoln's life. This was a huge departure from the traditional wheat or shield designs that had dominated for decades. The 4 distinct reverse designs included Lincoln's birthplace log cabin, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and finally, the iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., which was used on pennies from 1959 through 2008. This innovative series made 2009 pennies instantly recognizable and much more collectible, but what really set some 2009 Lincoln pennies apart from the rest is their mint mark. The coins were produced at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins carry the D mint mark, and San Francisco coins bear the S mint mark. San Francisco coins in particular were produced mostly as proof coins, which means they were specially struck with superior detail and finish, often reserved for collectors. Proof coins from 2009 have become highly sought after because of their limited mintage and impeccable quality. These coins exhibit a mirror-like surface and sharp, crisp details that make them stand out in any collection. The 2009 Lincoln penny series also saw a variety of errors and unusual varieties, adding another layer of intrigue for collectors. From double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled, to off-center strikes and other minting anomalies, these rare imperfections can boost a penny's value exponentially. Now, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's worth, especially for a series as fresh as 2009 pennies. While many 2009 pennies are worth face value or slightly more in circulated condition, coins that remain in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear or damage, are the true gems. When these coins are graded by professional services and receive top grades like MS 69 or MS 70, their value can skyrocket. Even more so, the 2009 pennies with the rarest mint marks, perfect condition, and notable error features attract intense bidding wars among collectors and investors. It's a fascinating market where a humble penny can transform into a prized treasure. So what kind of value are we talking about here? While the vast majority of 2009 Lincoln pennies might only be worth a few cents to a couple of dollars, the top-tier proof coins, coins with exceptional mint marks, and those featuring rare errors can be incredibly valuable. One such extraordinary penny recently sold for $77,000. $77,000 for a penny minted in 2009, this incredible figure shows the amazing potential of modern coins in the numismatic world, proving that rarity, condition, and historical significance can come together to create jaw-dropping value. If you happen to have any 2009 Lincoln pennies in your collection, or come across one in circulation, take a moment to check the mint mark and the coin's condition. A little extra attention might reveal a hidden treasure in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a classic piece of American numismatic history, the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin is more than just a simple 1-cent piece, it's a slice of history, a symbol of a bygone era, and for many collectors, a treasure worth hunting for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just getting started, you're going to want to stick around as we explore everything you need to know about the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, including why some examples can be valued at an astonishing $137,000. Let's start by setting the historical context. The year 1940 was a time when the United States was on the brink of monumental changes. The Great Depression was slowly fading, and World War II was looming just over the horizon. The nation was holding on to hope, and coins like the Lincoln wheat penny were a constant in the pockets of everyday Americans. The penny, bearing the portrait of Abraham Lincoln since 1909, was one of the most circulated coins in America, representing not just currency, but the enduring legacy of one of the nation's most beloved presidents. The wheat penny name comes from the design on the reverse of the coin. Instead of the shield design you may be more familiar with today, these pennies feature two stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. This design was used from 1909 all the way until 1958, making it one of the longest-running reverse designs in U.S. coin history. When it comes to mint marks on the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, there are three possibilities. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia, while those with a D were minted in Denver, and an S denotes coins minted in San Francisco. Each mint produced millions of pennies, but the variations between mints and the condition of surviving coins play a big role in their value. One of the fascinating things about the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny is the rarity of certain mint mark variations and errors. For example, some collectors seek out the 1940 S penny, which was minted in San Francisco and has a lower mintage compared to its Philadelphia and Denver counterparts. While all three mints produced large numbers of pennies, the San Francisco mint tends to be the most prized due to fewer surviving high-grade specimens. Errors and anomalies can add incredible value to these pennies. Some 1940 pennies display die cracks, repunched mint marks, or even double dies, where the coin's features appear duplicated due to a minting mishap. These error coins are like the unicorns of coin collecting, rare, unique, and highly sought after. Now, condition is king in the world of coin collecting. A 1940 Lincoln wheat penny found in circulated condition, showing wear and tear, may only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars. But when you find a specimen in mint or near mint condition, the value can skyrocket. The coins that collectors really crave are those that have sharp details, full luster, and no surface damage, coins that look almost as if they just came out of the mint. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC certify the condition of these coins, and those with top grades, such as MS 65 or higher, can command prices that far exceed their face value. The beauty of the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny isn't just its age or design, but the story it tells. It's a reminder of the America of the past, carrying the image of a president who led the country through some of its toughest times, and a design that has become iconic over more than a century. So what about the value? How much can one of these pennies be worth today? Most 1940 pennies in average condition sell for a few dollars at most. However, rare mint mark varieties, error coins, and pennies in pristine, certified condition can bring in much more on the collector's market. In fact, one extraordinary 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, featuring a rare mint mark in perfect mint state condition, recently sold for an astounding $137,000. That's right, $137,000 for a humble penny minted over 80 years ago. This astonishing figure proves that even the smallest coins, when rare and preserved beautifully, can be true treasures worth a small fortune. If you happen to have a 1940 Lincoln wheat penny in your collection, or if you find one tucked away in a jar or old coin roll, be sure to examine it carefully. Look for the mint mark, check for any unusual features, and consider having it professionally graded. You might just have a rare gem hiding in plain sight. Today, we're focusing on a true classic, the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny. Now, at first glance, it might look like just another penny from the past, but trust me, this coin holds an incredible story and an impressive value that could blow your mind. By the end of this video, you'll discover why certain 1937 Lincoln wheat pennies can be worth as much as $187,000. Let's start by exploring the historical backdrop of 1937 America, because understanding the times gives us a deeper appreciation for this coin. The country was slowly recovering from the Great Depression, with President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal policies aiming to rebuild the economy. It was a time of hope, resilience, and transformation. Coins like the Lincoln wheat penny were in everyday circulation, passing through countless hands as Americans tried to regain their financial footing. The Lincoln wheat penny itself has been a staple since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Its obverse features the timeless portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has remained relatively consistent throughout the years. The reverse side is where the coin earns its nickname, the iconic wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, are emblematic of America's agricultural heritage and hardworking spirit. Now, when it comes to the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny, the mint marks play a significant role in determining rarity and value. These coins were produced in 3 major mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins struck in Philadelphia carry no mint mark, Denver coins feature a D, and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. Each mint produced millions of pennies, but the distribution numbers varied, and surviving examples differ in condition and rarity. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1937 penny series are the known varieties and minting errors. For example, the 1937 D three-legged Lincoln wheat penny is legendary among collectors. This rare error coin occurs due to a die polishing mistake that removed one of Lincoln's legs from the image on the obverse side, creating a striking and unusual appearance. These error coins are extremely rare and can fetch incredibly high prices at auctions. In addition to the famous three-legged variety, other errors such as double dies, repunched mint marks, and die cracks also add to the intrigue and value of 1937 pennies. Collectors actively seek these anomalies because they represent unique moments in minting history, flaws that accidentally became priceless features. Condition is another key factor when assessing the value of a 1937 Lincoln wheat penny. Most pennies found in circulation show signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, and flattening of details. These coins, while historically interesting, tend to be worth just a few cents or dollars depending on the mint mark and rarity. However, pennies that have been preserved in mint or near mint condition, with sharp details and lustrous surfaces, can command a premium price. Grading services like PCGS and NGC assign numerical grades to coins based on their state of preservation. Coins graded MS 65 or above are highly prized among collectors and investors alike. What truly makes the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny special is the combination of mint mark rarity, condition, and error varieties. These factors can push the value of select coins to astonishing heights. So, just how valuable can a 1937 Lincoln wheat penny be? While many examples remain modest in price, a rare mint mark variant, especially those with error features and in pristine condition, recently sold for an eye-popping $187,000. That's right, $187,000 for a single 1937 Lincoln wheat penny. This astounding value highlights how even coins from everyday life, when rare and well-preserved, can become extraordinary treasures. If you own any 1937 Lincoln wheat pennies, or if you come across one in your change or an old collection, be sure to check the mint mark carefully and examine the coin's condition. A professional grading and expert appraisal might reveal that you're holding a piece of history worth a small fortune. Today, we're putting the spotlight on a classic piece of Americana, the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin, at first glance, might seem like a simple 1-cent piece, but once you dive deeper, you'll find a rich history and a value that can surprise even the most seasoned collectors. By the end of this video, you'll discover why certain 1957 Lincoln wheat pennies, especially those with specific mint marks and conditions, can be worth a staggering $116,000. Let's take a step back and talk about the era that produced this coin. The year 1957 was a fascinating time in American history. The post-war boom was in full swing. Families were moving into suburban neighborhoods, rock and roll was taking the world by storm, and the country was firmly establishing itself as a global superpower. Money was flowing, and coins like the Lincoln wheat penny were still common currency in everyday transactions. Yet, despite their common use, some pennies from this era have become rare and highly collectible over time. The Lincoln wheat penny itself has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse side features the iconic portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which has remained largely unchanged for over a century. The reverse, which is the defining feature of the wheat penny, displays 2 beautiful ears of wheat, symbolizing prosperity and America's agricultural heritage. This design was in use from 1909 until 1958, making it a favorite among collectors. when examining the 1957 wheat penny, mint marks become essential in determining its rarity and value. These coins were minted at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. While Philadelphia produced the largest quantity, the Denver and San Francisco pennies tend to be more desirable among collectors due to their comparatively lower mintage numbers and survival rates in high-grade condition. One fascinating aspect of the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny is that it was produced just a year before the Lincoln Memorial reverse design replaced the wheat ears, marking the end of an era. This makes the 1957 penny one of the last of its kind and adds to its collectible appeal. Collectors also pay close attention to variations and minting errors on 1957 pennies. Common errors include double dies, repunched mint marks, and die cracks. These anomalies occurred during the minting process and, instead of decreasing the coin's value, often increase it significantly because they make the coin unique and rare. Among these, certain double die obverse on 1957 pennies are especially prized and can fetch impressive sums at auction. Condition, as always, is crucial in the world of coin collecting. Most 1957 pennies found in circulation show the typical wear and tear you'd expect after decades of use. These circulated pennies might be worth a few cents to a few dollars depending on their mint mark and eye appeal. But when you find an uncirculated 1957 wheat penny with full luster and crisp details, the value can rise dramatically. Professional grading organizations like PCGS and NGC certify the condition of coins, assigning them grades that help buyers and sellers establish market value. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are considered superb examples and are highly sought after by collectors and investors. Now, here's the exciting part. While many 1957 pennies remain modest in value, those rare varieties, combined with exceptional condition and certain mint marks, have sold for astonishing amounts. In fact, a particularly rare 1957 Lincoln wheat penny with a unique mint mark and near-perfect condition recently commanded a jaw-dropping price of $116,000. That's right, $116,000 for a single penny minted more than 6 decades ago. This incredible price underscores how even everyday coins, when rare and well-preserved, can be true treasures worth a small fortune. That if you happen to have a 1957 Lincoln wheat penny in your collection, or if you find one tucked away in an old coin roll or jar, take a close look. Check for the mint mark, examine the condition, and consider having it professionally graded. You might be sitting on an extraordinary piece of history. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny. Though it may seem like just another penny to some, this small coin carries a story that connects us to an era of transition and change. By the time we finish exploring the history, design, minting details, and value of the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny, you'll understand why some examples of this coin can be worth an astonishing $111,000. Let's begin with a bit of historical context. The year 1958 marked the final chapter in the era of the Lincoln wheat penny. After nearly 5 decades of circulation, this beloved design was about to be retired. The Lincoln Memorial design was introduced in 1959, replacing the wheat ears on the reverse side with the iconic monument seen in Washington, D.C. So, the 1958 penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors as the last coin to carry the classic wheat design. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, its obverse features a detailed portrait of Lincoln, one of the most revered presidents in American history. The reverse side features 2 stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. This design symbolized America's agricultural roots and economic growth during the early 20th century. In 1958, pennies were minted in 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver pennies bear a D, and San Francisco coins have an S mint mark. Each mint had different production numbers, and these figures directly impact the rarity and collector value of the coins today. Among these, the Denver and San Francisco mint pennies are particularly prized, as they were produced in smaller quantities compared to Philadelphia. One of the most interesting facets of the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny is its place at the crossroads of change in U.S. coinage history. As the last year for the wheat design, coins from this year have a nostalgic and historic significance. But beyond this, certain 1958 pennies are rare due to unique minting characteristics or errors. For instance, double die varieties, repunched mint marks, and other minting anomalies are highly sought after by collectors. Such errors, though accidental, create coins that are both rare and unique, increasing their value exponentially. Condition is always a major factor in determining a coin's worth, and the 1958 wheat penny is no exception. Most pennies in circulation have experienced years of wear, reducing their collector value to just a few cents or dollars. However, when a 1958 penny is found in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value skyrockets. Coins with sharp details, full luster, and no signs of wear can be graded highly by professional services like PCGS and NGC, which certifies their condition and helps establish market value. Collectors and investors keep a keen eye out for 1958 wheat pennies in mint state grades, especially MS 65 and above. These coins are rare and command premium prices in the marketplace. The combination of historical significance, rarity, and excellent condition is what drives up the value. Now for the thrilling part: just how valuable can a 1958 Lincoln wheat penny be? While many are modestly priced, exceptional specimens with rare mint marks or minting errors and top-grade condition have fetched jaw-dropping amounts at auction. In fact, a remarkable 1958 Lincoln wheat penny recently sold for an astonishing $111,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $111,000 for a single penny that quietly closed the chapter on a beloved coin design. This incredible valuation proves that even coins that were once common everyday currency can become priceless treasures over time, especially when preserved well and tied to significant moments in history. If you have a 1958 Lincoln wheat penny tucked away somewhere, or if you stumble across one in an old coin roll, take a closer look. Identify the mint mark, inspect its condition, and consider getting it professionally graded. You might just be holding a piece of history worth a small fortune. Thanks so much for watching this deep dive into the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more stories and values of rare coins, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay updated with all our future coin discoveries. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your collections growing, and happy coin hunting.